Good day, everyone. It's Joey. I'm back. I said it'd be 2 weeks, and I've needed those 2 weeks. Welcome to the fourth and final take and make for the Christmas season, which is a little bit sad, but it's good because this is my Christmas present to you all. I've been working on it quite a bit. So it's Santa's Workshop, and as you can see on the back is the North Pole and Santa's Workshop with the chimneys going, and on the front the entry to Santa's Workshop. So we open the door and we're greeted by one of Santa's elves, and it opens up to this stuffed, and I mean stuffed, folio. So I'll go through quickly what we've got in here. There's lots of pockets and tucks. We've got a letter to Santa's Workshop, then we've got all these stamps of toys, a jack in the box, a spinning top, a railway engine, a doll, and then we've got the ticket to the North Pole Railway to get you there, and then the admit one to Santa's Workshop ticket, and we've got Santa's big book of naughty and nice. So these are all the good and naughty boys and girls. So Santa's reading the book, and there's a little journaling spot there. There's a teddy bear tea card and a little journaling spot for the fairy from the Christmas tree. And then we've got these cheeky elves tags, and then here we've got some large journaling cards that I've backed and the papers in the kit for backing. I've sewn all around these tags and journaling cards. Here's the Christmas tree and Mrs. Claus. And over here there's a little label that says toys, and that pulls out for another journaling card in that side pocket. Okay, so there's lots of pockets, lots of bits and pieces for you to play with and do your own thing. The pockets are all different sizes and they're layered, and we've got these little tuck here. Put the stamps back. We put in there the fairy, the teddy bear, little doll. Put the letter back, and the tickets, and the naughty and nice book, and a tag, and that all folds up neatly into this folio, which you can give away as a gift or a card, or you can put it in your Christmas journals. Lots of journaling space. So I'll quickly show you the digitals. What I've got here is the base. Oh, I didn't show you. When it's all emptied, it forms this lovely picture of Santa's Workshop with all the elves. I forgot to say that when I took everything out. So that's it. And that's why the pockets all mount up, and they're sort of like invisible pockets. So you can still have the complete picture when it's all the pockets are added. These are the backings for that one. On the back here are all the pockets. Here we've got the main journaling cards and all the different labels and the tickets and the letter. And here is the naughty and nice book. I'll show you how you can easily put that together. The tags and all the bits and pieces. And this is the backing sheet. If you want to back the journaling cards, it's a faded out holly pattern. It's a new pattern. We haven't seen this one before. And just because I faded it out, I thought, well, I might as well give you the full opacity one. I don't think I use this, but you can use it however you wish. Okay, right, I've got to get my head around this now and remember what I'm doing. So the first thing we're going to do, I've cut everything out and inked it all, so I won't bore you with that. But what we need to do on this base is score. Just bring my scoreboard round, because what we've got is a wider gusset than normal, so it's 2 scores in each of these places, and that's because it's quite there's a lot in it, so we needed that extra space. to fit everything in. So I'll just quickly score down here. Score down that one. I think it's about 2/8 of an inch, about 4 millimeters. Discuss it. It'll vary on your printer settings and how you print out. But you do need it. Okay, let's just do that one. Okay, that's all the scoring because I've scored everything else. So now what you've got to do is fold over on these two. I'm going to get that there. And then the next one. We'll fold over. So there, can you see that? We've got a bigger gusset there. And the same on with this one. Just have to ease it. Sorry, I'm concentrating, I'm not talking. Okay, let's do that one again. So this is probably the most complicated part, but you need to get this bit right. Okay. And what I'd like to do there is just, because this bit does actually, you can still see this after everything is stuck on, so just can do what you want on this. I'm just going to ink it up a bit more. I should thank everybody, since this is our last one for Christmas, for all your support. It's been wonderful. All those people who've been over to Etsy to buy the main kits, everyone who's treated me to a coffee on Ko-fi, that's been wonderful, and for everyone for subscribing. It's been wonderful, it really has. And a special Ko-fi thank you, highlighting Claudette, Daria, Pam, Rosemary, Tracy, Diane and Karen. Thank you very much for your coffees, and for everyone else. It is appreciated, as you all are. Okay, so we've done that. Okay, so that's how it goes. Nice gussets on there. To take it right, next we're going to glue in the backings, which actually become the front, because that's the inside, obviously. So we just need to place these on here as best we can. I'll get the glue book. I'm going to do this with PVA glue. I won't play around too much. I'll put the middle one on first. So get that in place. This is just normal craft PVA glue. I think it's Helmer's. This one, Helmer's Craft and Hobby PVA glue. So it's not an expensive one. It's not like art glitter, which is very expensive in Australia, and not many places you can get it. So for any Australians, I'll get mine from Sue, Hobart, Paper Inspirations, or Craft Online does it too, if Sue hasn't got it in stock. That goes on there nicely. Where's my thing? Right, that one's successful. Doesn't take long to put this one together. It's all, you know, the cutting out and the inking and everything, but there's a lots of pieces in it, so there's plenty that you can take and do other stuff with, you know, and make other things, you know, that extra holly paper. I have to give this a trim afterwards because, you know what I'm like, I never get it lined up completely right. This doesn't look too bad. And then the final one. So when you're putting these on, just double check that, you know, you're putting the front door on the front and not the back. But I have, on the digital, there are, you know, those little notes saying which one is. And if you think you're going to get confused, as you cut them out, just make a note on the back of what that little label said. That might be useful. But if you stick it on wrong, don't worry, just print it out again and stick it over it. Everything's fixable, especially in junk journaling. Right, they're done there, and you're gonna have to bear with me while I trim, because you know I can't stand the little white bits. Hope you've all been well since I last saw you. So say it's 2 weeks, because I needed that time, because last week I spent doing my Christmas cards, which anyone on Facebook who follows me on Facebook or Instagram would have seen my 100 card project to do every year. This was the 15th year I did. I've got a huge family, so they all get sent. They all got put in the post today. It took me a little while to write them all out. Yeah, I've got a huge family. My dad was one of 7, my mum one of 6, and lots of children, lots of cousins, and now the next generations and the next generation after that. So, I'm really cock-hand cutting this way. Is everyone else the same? I'm just going to do a bit of vintage on that. Get the right tool. Now I've ordered, you know, I was telling you for Christmas I'm getting some oxide inks out of my Christmas money. I'm sure you all have Christmas money. Isn't it amazing when people tell crafters, I don't know what to buy you? You think like, oh. anything from a craft shop. So anyway, I've got, I've ordered them, and I'm really excited. I didn't get, you know, I forget how many I could get. I think I bought about 8 or 10, something like that. Anyway, I'll show you them when they come in. You can see what colours I chose. It took me ages. How's that looking? Nice, eh? You can go around that with some distressing if you want. Okay, next we're going to do the pockets. Okay, this is where I really want you to see, because there's little bits to this. But because it does form that picture, I've just got to punch this one out, just that thumb thing. A bit of distress on that. Don't know what I was saying now. Oh, because it forms the one big picture, you should be able to work out where each one goes, but I'll go through it anyway. Let's banish that down. I left this one just to show you a little bit of what you know you do with the pockets. So a little bit of inking and right. So what you can work out is the pictures. So that one goes there, and you can match it up with the picture underneath as best you can, and it tells you where to go. The big one goes over here, and this one with the white and the white goes at the bottom here. But then on this one we double up because we've got the side pocket, so we have to get this one on top of there. So we'll do that one, and then these are the things I'll show you then afterwards. So right, let's do the middle one first. For this we will use art glitter glue. Am I all in camera? Once you've got the pockets on, it's pretty much all there. Right, now let's get him lined up there. Doesn't matter if it's too off, you know, don't think it's got to be exact. It's still. And we do the big one next. I'll just sort of guess, and there's some things you can line up, you can find, like that little box down there. Oh, I backed these onto, it's just reminded me, onto the brown grocery bags. You don't want anything too thick, you know, because it's quite full, but sturdy enough. But usually, you know, once you've glued things onto your backing, that strengthens it up. Okay, just bring that up a little bit more so it lines up with the bottom of there. That's probably more important. Okay, and we push that one down there. Get that on. Okay, we're getting there. Let's do this one next, because that goes on there. We're cooking, we're cooking. Don't know what I've got to tell you. Are you all ready for Christmas? I'm not. That's why we've got a visitor coming. Our friend Lois from the UK, who's an artist. She's coming the week before Christmas, so I've got to start. I need some time now to start getting ready for her arrival, which we're looking forward to very much. And then we'll probably have a quiet Christmas after that. We'll sort of do all our fun and games when she's here. We're going to go to lots of art galleries and that type of thing. Okay, is that about right? As I say, it doesn't have to be exact. You still get the picture all come through. So can you see that you've got all those pockets on there now, but you still got the picture. Obviously you can cover these if you want, you know, a different style. So this one's gonna have to be, these haven't got any gussets, you know, no tabs, just because the tabs make it thicker, and I didn't want any more, and there's only little things going here. So this one just sits at the bottom here and disappears. Then this one, you can see, goes over here. There isn't one for that side. We've got a little corner pocket for there. Whoops, probably a bit too much there. When I've finished all this, just at the end, try and talk a little bit about next year and what I'm planning to do here. The take and makes a carry on. Okay, so that's it. That's that little extra tuck spot. Then here, I've got this tiny, don't lose it, corner tuck that just sits in there, just enough to hold that tag in place. Probably a bit too much glue on there, but okay, where we go around this way. It's a bit like doing a jigsaw. Okay, so there we go. We've got a tuck there, a tuck there, a tuck there, a pocket there, a pocket there, a pocket over here, and a pocket there. So if you didn't want to use any of the ephemera and you wanted to make your own, you can make your own and put it in here. Do what you want. Oh, I haven't shown you. These are me treats. I've got a big shout out to all my Scandinavian friends. There's a lot of people in Scandinavia and Finland who watch my channel, and they're such lovely people. So because of them, I thought we'd go Scandinavian with the gingerbread and these beautiful, I tell you, they are delicious, cinnamon stars. They're really moist and that. So this is all to you guys. Thank you very much for all your support. The Scandinavians, we love them. Okay, so there we're done. Right, next your journaling cards. Now what I've got is I've backed that, so I'm going to back this one just to show you. So take your patterned backing paper. So I'm talking with my mouth full now. And we just stick. Just saving one of each to show you what to do, otherwise you might get it all and you think, well, what's this bit of paper for? That way. Okay, that goes on there. That can be cut out. And then we've got our let's get rid of all that mess. So just let that dry a bit. Not wrong now. Just slice that down a bit. That's fine. Right, we'll ink that. And I'll just let it dry before I round the corners. Okay. So what we've got to go on here are some labels. And I've got Mrs. Claus, Christmas, and Santa. So you can put these where you like, down the bottom or anywhere. I'm going to put mine on here like I've done with the other one. Just stick them along here. As I say, all these you can use wherever you like. Right, and do you know what? Ever since I've been about 5, I've bitten my nails. Terrible. But I think they're looking a bit better. I'm really trying to make them look better. They used to be right down here, terrible. And someone said to me, we was out having lunch, and I said, oh, your nails are growing. Because, you know, everyone's used to me having really bit. And I said, yeah, I've got it because of YouTube. I said, I didn't realise later on in life I was going to become a hand model. So, there you go. I've never had to bother. A hand model in my 60s. There you go. Right, is that all done? So I'm going to fill this up as we go along. Oh, otherwise I won't remember what we're doing. All the little bits. Right, so we put Santa over there. As I say, you can sew around these. Here we go. Popping in there. That's it. I think that could go down a bit further. Sometimes you have to play around with these. Open up the gusset at the bottom. That's it. And Mrs. Claus over here. Got the same thing there. Just open that up. A bit of down she goes, Mrs. Claus. Better do this one. And that one in there. So there we've got our main journaling cards in place. Looking good. It's starting to look good. I want to put along here Merry Christmas. So we do that now. So you can decorate these up however you like, you know, a book page, clusters, whatever. I suppose you couldn't add clusters, it'll make it too thick, but and you don't have to put all this ephemera in. It's like this journal card. I also made this one that opens up like a booklet. Oh look, and I covered it in that other holly paper. So, you know, if you want it to get thicker and not include something else, you can make these. You can put paper, coffee dyed paper in that and make it into a really notebook, sew it in. So there's lots of things you can play around with. You don't have to do what I do. You know, once you've got the basics together. Okay, let's do the tags next. We've got the little girl. Oh, yeah. The little girl goes in that one. Well, she don't. That's where I'll put her. And that one can go in there. And this one, I just want to put a rivet on this one. And I'll put some green string through. So let me just do that. My old contraption. But it works. We have a market here every fortnight, and there was a guy who had like a bit of an antique second-hand store, and he had a really good, you know, like memory keepers. You know, punch and rivet and all that. Yeah, he wanted $25 for it, and I thought, well, that's a bit dear for you know, second hand. I didn't realise how expensive they were. Anyway, I went back the next week and he wasn't there, and I've never seen him since. I'm not going to tie a bow on that. I'm just going to leave that. So that one goes in there. Okay, we're getting there, kids. We're getting there. Right, next I'm going to put on this little label I've got for toys that goes in this side pocket. So I just need to put that in there where I want it. Right. I just want to mark with a pencil roughly where I want that to go. I can't get it out now. Use that. Okay. Right. So that's about there. Sticky hands. Okay, so it says toys, which is quite nice. And that can pop in there. It's easy to pull in and out. I backed that one. You see with the paper, looks a little bit nicer. Okay, you go in there. And then we've got, let's do all this bits of ephemera. Just want to grunge this up a bit. The letter, that looks a bit more crumpled. And we put a stamp over here with her. Oh, that's coming up there. Let's do a repair on that. Obviously not enough glue. Let's just run some along there. Right. There. That'll hold now. Right, toys, spinning top, railway engine, tickets can go over here. The teddy bear tea card and the fairy, the Jack in the Box and Santa's letter. Okay, right, I just want to show you what we do with this. Santa's Book of Naughty and Nice. It's really simple, just fold it over once and stick that down. Okay, and then you can fold it the other way. And give it a trim. A little trim at the top. Round the edges. Give it a quick distress. And then you've got your little booklet. Really simple. Santa's Big Book of Naughty and Nice. What you can do also I've done on this one is you can add like extra pages. I stuck these in a thin strip of glue along each of the spines and stuck them in. You could sew that. You could put a staple. You could do that. So that's, that gives a little bit extra. I think we'll put that one in, yeah. No, we won't. We'll leave it. Put this one in, the one we made. So that's naughty and nice. Then I just want to put here. No, where is it? Oh, I've stuck them on the wrong way. Never mind. Santa's Workshop on the bottom there. How did I do that? That one should have been in the middle. Can you see? We might put this one. So even I've made a mistake. I was saying, weren't I? Print it out and stick it over it again. But you can do it. You can put it in what order you like, as long as that one's on the front. We've got the thing there. Previously I had the elf. And then Season's Greetings I want to put on the front. Okay, so there we have it. Santa's Workshop with all the bits and pieces all in it. That one's there. I'll show you the one we done earlier that's sewed. Also in this one I put a little Velcro tab there, which you may want to do one on that side and one on that side just to keep it closed. You could, if you don't want to do that, do your own sort of closure, or you could just tie a ribbon around it. You can always dress this up. You could put a bow there, make it, whatever you want to make it your own. But yeah, these little Velcros, Pam at Silver and Sparkles put me onto these. They're quite handy. And they're sort of pretty invisible. So there we go. There's the sewn one. Let's take a look at that. All the bits and pieces. So there we go. Merry Christmas to you, everybody. My Christmas gift to you all, Santa's Workshop. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for all your support over this year, especially with the takes and makes and Ko-fi. It's been wonderful. This was the 17th take and make this year. So even though I had that little break when I wasn't well, we've actually done 17, and I was only planning to do one a month. So we've caught up and more, especially this Christmas period. Now I'll be back in the new year, all bright and cheerful and ready to go. We've got another folio next to start the new year, and it's something I made a couple of years ago for the Amy at Crafty Cat's 50 stack challenge, and one of the prompts was Alice in Wonderland, and I made an Alice in Wonderland folio. My friend Betty and my friend Ellie, both in Italy, real Alice fans, and they were saying, you've got to turn this into a kit, you've got to turn this this little mini folio into a full kit. And I've never got around to it. The timing's not been right. I was going to do a full Alice kit. It's been in mind since I started this 6 years ago, but the timing's never been right. And there's so many great, fantastic Alice kits out there. I've never really done it. So this is a folio. So that's what it began. I've got to change it up a little bit and play with it to turn it into a take and make. Add some more bits and that. So that'd be it. What else am I up to now? I probably will be the last video until the first week in January when I do that, but you never know, I may pop back. What I'm thinking of doing is the next year is, as I do every year, Margaret Miller's you know, that challenge, collage challenge, and with the prompts. And I've been doing it for the last 3 years, but I don't get past week 5. And then life takes over and I don't finish it. So Gal used to do it each week. So I might do that. I'm not saying every week, but if I'm doing it, I may just switch on the camera and I can go through like my design process. And I want to start using maybe some techniques I've never used before and have an experiment. And I will be hopefully joining back on with the 50 stack challenge when Amy does it. If Amy does it next year, which I'm sure she will, we'll be up to season 8 on that. So I may do that little project. Then there's all things that Gal does, which I always say, I really want to try that. I really want to try that. And I might do that on camera. So I might try and do a few more videos. I don't know if they'd be of interest to anyone, but, I'll do the take and make every month, at least every month. And maybe throw in some other little videos of me making stuff, what I do, when the camera's not on. I don't know. Would people find that interesting? I don't know. Might do. Anyway, listen, I've rambled on long enough. I just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas to you and all your loved ones, and have a fantastic holiday time wherever you are in the world, and a great and fantastic and creative new year. God bless you all. Love from Joey, love from Australia, and I'll see you all soon. God bless. Bye.